This video is about the smoke curtain, specifically where to put it. We're going to start by looking at a breathing apparatus chamber on a fire station. So as you can see, the curtain can be fitted to many different types of building. The key thing is to make sure that you fit it to the right door within the building. We're going to look at how to do that now. There are often a number of different choices you can make on which door you put the curtain on. You could put it on the external door, the stairwell door, the corridor door, the compartment door. That will depend on the situation when you arrive, what you want to accomplish from the incident, and also how many curtains you have with you. We're going to go through some examples, and we're going to start first of all with a multi-storey, multi-compartment building. We've got a fire that started in this compartment, and prior to the arrival of the fire service, this door has been closed, which means that the compartment is full of smoke, the corridor and the stairwell are clear of smoke. So in terms of where we should fit our curtain on this situation, the idea behind using the curtain is that we contain the fire to the smallest amount of damage possible. So we'd fit the curtain on this junction between the compartment and the corridor. Keeping that corridor clear, as we've said in a previous video, is absolutely imperative for public safety, for people who live elsewhere in the block, and also for firefighting effectiveness and efficiency, and for firefighter safety. So we're going to put the curtain here. However, if we're in a situation where this door is open when we arrive, then what's going to happen is the corridor will be filled with smoke. And we've got a very different situation. If we then open this corridor door to the stairwell, run some hose through it, and make our way towards the fire compartment, then we're going to be filling up the stairwell with smoke. And we're not following that principle of keeping the fire to the smallest possible amount of damage. In this situation, what we need to do is to put the curtain on the stairwell door. And then we're going to stop that smoke getting any further. These people are still at risk, but we're keeping the stairwell clear, which means that everybody else in the building can evacuate. You can think about, if you've got a second curtain, taking that to this compartment, putting that on there, and then you may be able to vent and to release some smoke and clear this corridor. If you arrive and the stairwell door is open, and you've actually got smoke in the stairwell, then it may be that you need to put a curtain on this entrance door. You're only really likely to use the curtain on the entrance door if the fire is in the entrance hall or if it's in the stairwell itself. If the smoke in the stairwell is coming from the fire floor, then you're better off using the curtain to block off the fire floor door and seal that area off, which means that you can then open some windows and some vents in the stairwell, allowing that to clear, which means that it can be used as a means of escape while you're making your way towards the fire. For our second scenario, we're going to look at a 2-bedroom house, a simple 2 up, 2 down. If you turn up to this 2-storey property and the ground floor is clear, but you've got smoke coming from the first floor of the roof, you're still going to put the curtain on the front door. And the reason for that is, I'm just going to draw in the first floor level here. We've got a first floor there. You may think that because the ground floor is clear, the fire must be behind a closed door, but it may not be. It might be that the fire is upstairs, all the internal doors are open, and the neutral plane is somewhere around this level. Ground floor is clear simply because the smoke hasn't come down to that level yet. You could have a fire that's been burning for some time upstairs, all the internal doors open, and you're going to get a very rapid reaction when you open that door if that's the case. As an example of that, we can look at this video from the Netherlands. This is an experiment that was done by the Dutch Fire Service. They burnt 6 houses, fully furnished, with 6 different ventilation profiles. In this scenario, the fire had been set in the upstairs bedroom with the open windows that you can see. It's a fully furnished bedroom. The fire got to several hundred degrees and then died back because even with those windows partially open, there wasn't enough oxygen to sustain combustion. So it's basically smouldering. It's been doing that for over 20 minutes. All the internal doors are open and the fire is now burning purely at the rate that it can draw oxygen in through those open windows. A facilitator arrives and opens the front door, simulating a BA crew making entry. What you get now is a very rapid reaction because now that fire's got a new source of oxygen. There's still a huge amount of fuel in that fully furnished bedroom. So with more oxygen, that fuel can really get going and it achieves flashover very quickly. That's exactly the type of scenario that we're trying to avoid. You're going to put the curtain on the front door every time. If it's a single-storey house, the principle's the same. Put it on the front door. That way you know you've got protection as soon as your crews have gone in. If they get inside and find the fire is behind a closed door, it's easy to come back and move the curtain, or by that time there might be a second appliance there with a second curtain. So that's it. A few simple examples just to give you some ideas of the principles behind using the curtains. It's going to be down to you to work out for the different types of buildings in your area, which ones you can use the curtain with, which ones you can't, which doors are going to work and which aren't. The only way you're going to do that is through practice. Bring the curtain with you every time you go to a false alarm, every time you go to a 7.2D visit, premise risk inspection, a fire safety inspection, a home fire safety check. If you do a school visit, bring the curtain. Ask permission, see if you can try it in different areas, check out where it fits, where it doesn't fit. Have a discussion amongst the crew about if you had a fire in a different area of the building, where you would put the curtain for best effect. That's the way you're going to develop your skills. Okay, that's it for this video. The next video is going to look at how you fit the curtain, the mechanics of actually doing that. I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for watching.